More now on the Donald Trump Jr. emails. As we reported here, they show Donald Trump Jr. agreed to meet with someone described as a Russian government attorney. Trump Jr. says he believed it would be political opposition research and that the woman was not a government official. Julie Bykiewicz is a White House reporter for the Associated Press. She's been covering this story extensively. Is there anything new to add that the news cycle moves so quickly? Thought I'd ask.
Oh, boy, it sure does. Today's been a really big day for developments on this. You know, we started off the day, as you pointed out, by getting all of those emails directly from Donald Trump Jr. in an extremely surprising move to everyone but the New York Times. They were preparing to report on those emails when Trump Jr. put out the emails himself, and since has been sort of applauding his transparency. That's also a line that we're hearing a lot from the White House and Trump supporters.
Well, his transparency came minutes before he had been made aware that the New York Times would be publishing the same emails which he released, correct?
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly right.
So transparency is something that normally happens prior to learning that somebody else is about to document dump you. Normally, that word wouldn't be used in this circumstance.
Exactly, and that gets at why this storyline still persists. You've got many, many months of everyone related to the Trump campaign, the Trump family, the president himself saying that they had absolutely nothing to do with anyone in Russia or anything concerning Russia during the campaign. And what makes this a really big story and a really big development in what's been just a months-long sort of slog through trying to figure out what exactly went on and what is going on is that there's clear evidence now through emails that Donald Trump Jr. put out himself that they were in touch with people affiliated with the Russian government, and it's unclear how that would have slipped anyone's mind for so long. And again, just repeated sort of assertions over the months that the campaign had nothing to do with Russia really doesn't really square with what we're learning now from these emails.
Timelines often matter, Julie, as you as a reporter know, as our audience certainly knows. The timeline is this. On June 9th, according to Donald Trump Jr.'s emails, on June 9th, the meeting took place. And later in the day on June 9th, Donald Trump Sr., the now president, tweeted, "Where are your 33,000 emails that you deleted?" That happened on the same day, correct?
Yeah, it's really important to remember that we just don't know everything at this point. There, fortunately, are lots of investigations going on. You've got the Senate, the House, and, of course, the special counsel investigating. We have no evidence whatsoever that there was any information provided by the Russian attorney who met with Donald Trump Jr. at that Trump Tower meeting. It certainly, from the emails, seemed as though they did have something important to share with the Trump campaign. But according to Donald Trump Jr. and according to some of the other people involved in setting up that meeting, no information whatsoever was provided. But there's lots more to learn. And, of course, you know, people's stories are changing as the news reports go along. Think back to just over the weekend, Donald Trump Jr. was describing the meeting one way. That explanation changed and ultimately culminated with the emails being put out today.
And each change in explanation happened after the New York Times brought out more of this information. The story changes happened as the Times brought out more relevant information. I know, Julie, from my producers, that you're working on the legal aspect of this. And I guess central to all of this is the following. You're not allowed to accept something of value from a foreign entity in the course of a campaign. The question is this information which you have received, this information that you might have had to pay for otherwise, is that something of value? If it is true that that's something of value based on the statute, then there could be legal problems. And I must tell you that our satellite window with Julie Bykiewicz was booked until 20 minutes past the 1500 hour, and that just ended, and we just lost Julie. But I'll try to get an answer to that for you because it is an important matter. More to come on this. We're live in Washington with more reaction from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. We're hearing from Republicans and Democrats alike.